So again, we'll go to just, this is the Great Britain pound USD, okay? So we'll start from the beginning, how we kind of set up our chart, like as if we're just getting into trade right now. So I'll just get rid of these Fibonacci lines and my support lines. We were trading last night. Okay. So you'd want to come to your daily candles up here, okay? The candles are all different time frames, okay? So you have your 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. So if the longer time frame you go, we can see the pattern that the Great Britain USD has been in for the past couple of days, okay? So each one of these candles here is an entire day, okay? 9:30 a.m., 4 p.m. close is one candle, okay? So this is today's candle, started at 9:30. This was yesterday's, day before, and so on and so forth, okay? So each one, so we can see last week that the Great Britain was in a downtrend to the US dollar. So the USD had strength, okay? And then now we can see as of June 29th, there's been a reversal in the market, and we can see that the Great Britain pound is gaining strength and the USD is losing strength, okay? So that's on the daily candle. So we know that gives us a little indication that the Great Britain pound is a little bit stronger. So now we want to break it down to smaller time frames, because if we're going to come in and trade 5 minutes, you can't just come in and start trading. You want to know the overall trend. You want to know where you are. Are you at the bottom of the channel? Are you at the top of the channel? What zone are you in? That helps, gives you a lot of confirmations when you start trading, okay? So then we can break it down to the one hours right here. Okay, so remember now, we looked at the daily candles, which consisted of an entire day of trading, okay? So now we're on 1 hour candles. So this candle right here is 1 hour. So our time right now is 10:43 a.m. Eastern. So this candle started at 10 a.m. and it's already 43 minutes in, and we have another 17 minutes before this candle closes. But what do we see on this 1 hour candle? This is a bearish engulfed candle, okay? You see how it came all the way down and it's taken out most of these candles? This is a really, really bearish candle. So if we were in this trade a little earlier, this would have been an amazing short sell, okay? We could have taken the short, and what's happening is the Great Britain pound is losing strength, okay? The US dollar is gaining strength. That's what's happening here, okay? So then we'll break it down further. If you don't want to trade on 1 hour candles, then you can go down to like a 15-minute candle. So 4 of these candles, like 3 of these right now, okay? This one, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. That consists of this one big red candle, okay? Remember, this is 1 hour, and then you can break it down where you have, they're in 15-minute increments, okay? So you can see how it started. There was some consolidation up here, then we had a breakdown. Right here was our initial breakdown. Here's our confirmed, open below and drop, okay? So this would have been a perfect short sell. Even if you're on 15 minutes, you could have initiated. We can see it up here, okay? So now if we want to start scalping, we want to come into like 5-minute trading. Okay, remember, we were in an overall downtrend from the hour 15 minutes. So we can, what we can anticipate is a further downside, or there could be a short-term reversal, okay? Because it's not going to go down forever. There's always got to be a pause, a cool-off period, where it can reverse, or it's going to be a consolidation from this big downtrend, okay? So you can see here, like how it went down, okay? And then it bounced back up. So that's the push. Then we have exhaustion, okay? And then we have the push going down further, okay? But when you're trading on 15-minute candles, you probably won't see these green candles here, because when you look on 15s, the 15 incorporates all those 5-minute ones, okay? So you see, that's why you want to understand what time frame you want to be trading on, because you got to know how to, if you're on 5 minutes, see how this is just one nice red 15-minute bar. When you start coming to your 5 minutes, you're going to see a little bit of green bars in here, because there was a little bit of an uptrend in that 15-minute bar, but you don't see it with 15s. You'll see it with 5 minutes. So that's why it's called like scalping. You could get a quick sell here, a buy here, sell here. So you want to ride the waves if you're trading on 5 minutes, unless you want to hold the entire trade down. That's up to you, you know. So now we're gonna draw like support and resistance lines. So you don't want to just trade just with candles alone. You want to know the support and resistance lines. You want to know where the buyers and sellers are. You want to know where the sensitive areas are. You want to know where the areas are that have possible reversals, okay? Candlesticks are awesome, but when you understand support and resistance, then it makes it that much better, okay? So the way how we do this is you can come to your 1 hour candles, so we get a longer time frame. We want to know where the majority of the selling or the sellers and the buyers are, okay? So you don't want to go too far out. We don't want to go, like, remember, each one of these candles is 1 hour. We don't want to go 30, 40 hours away. We want to just see maybe the last 10, 15 hours, like last night's session, okay? The UK session opens at 3 a.m. So we kind of want to see from 3 a.m. Then the New York session opens at 6 a.m. And then where we are right now, like around 11 o'clock. So we want to kind of just see an overall picture. So what you can do is, here's a nice little indication right here, okay? So where we are right now, and then this little tail at the bottom, 1.2601, that was, let's see the time here. So 9753. Yeah, so this was around last night, 11 or midnight, okay? So it's kind of like 12 hours here. So that's a good indication, will give us what area we're in right now. So you can come up to here, drawings. We want to grab our Fibonacci retracement tool, okay? This is a really good tool that gives you your support and resistance levels on like a true higher time frame. And then we can trade in between it as well, okay? So it's right here, drawings, Fibonacci retracement. And then what you want to do is you want to map it to the highest point, and Webull like kind of puts 1.2670. It kind of illustrates the top of that wick there, that was the high. And then I can see the low down there, 1.2601. So I want to kind of just click on here and then just drag it down to the bottom. So the top to the bottom, as accurately as you can, okay? If you're off by like 1 or 2 pennies, no big deal, okay? And you can keep it red, standard color, or you can change it to a color of your preference just to make it stand out. So you just click on this red box here, and then it brings up your colors if you want to change a color. That's all personal preference, okay? So I like to just change the color, okay? Just so it sticks out a little bit more. So when I'm looking at this now on a higher time frame, remember we're on 1 hour candles. So this came from the 0% level, okay? And it made its way up, and look at where it got rejected. It got rejected at the 100% zone, okay? So, and now we're having a full reversal from the 100%. You can see how this 1 hour candle is just breaking support zones, and we're almost at the 0% again. So when it gets to we're at 1.2612 right now. Our 0% level is around 1.2607. Like, look, we're right there, almost there right now. You can see how it's at the bottom of that resistance, okay, or support. So if we lose that support, this is gonna fall down further. But now we need to get into putting our own supports. We need to find some other candles to map out, okay? So this is on 1 hour candles. So if we're trading now, let's say we go into 5 minutes, okay? So you can see even the 5 minute candles, the Fibonacci retracements, they follow whatever candle you're looking at, doesn't matter, okay? Then we know what zone we're in when we're trading. So you can see we're in the bottom of the zone right here on the 5 minute candles. There's the 0% and then our 23.6. And it also, a neat thing about this, it also tells you the price. So the 0% is 1.2607. The 23.6 zone right above us is 1.2622, okay? So that's about 15 pips in this zone, from this blue line to this blue line. So if the price is bouncing around here, we could be scalping in this zone. And then we're gonna see if it breaks up here, this resistance now, and goes to the next zone, or if we're gonna see if it breaks this support and goes down further, okay? But we can see we have kind of a little bit of a pullback here. You see how like the tail of the candle is hitting this zone, this support level down here, and it's bouncing up. So we might have a little short-term reversal. Remember, the 1 hour candle is bearish. The overall trend is bearish, but there's always going to be pullbacks inside that hour. We just can't see it. We can't see on this 1 hour candle. We can't see those little green candles in here, okay? Because this is a longer time frame. But if we want to see what's going on inside that hour, then this is how it's broken down. And you can break it down into 15-minute plays, 5-minute plays, okay? So remember, like for that entire hour, that big red candle would consist of 10 of these 5-minute candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all of these candles right here is this big red 1 hour candle. Okay, do you guys understand that? How you break them down? So again, these 10 candles right here are 5 minutes. So about 10 or 12 of these candles is that big red 1 hour candle. See these 3 green bars? You don't see it in that 1 hour candle. So that's why when you're scalping, then you can play the waves inside that trend, whether we're in an uptrend or a downtrend, okay? So we can see here, this 0% is a critical support level, okay? And we can see that on this candle, this 5-minute candle, it came down and it bounced off. So it held support, it didn't break. And on our next 5-minute candle that came, again, you see that bottom tail, it's hitting it and it's getting rejected. And now this candle is turning green, which is giving us a good indication that it's a doji, a green candle. They're still indecisive. So what's happening here is that the buyers and sellers are disagreeing. The buyers are trying to push it up, the sellers are pushing it back down, and then it's closing neutral. So this is a 50-50 candle, but it's giving us an indication that the trend may reverse. It can reverse to the upside, or it will continue going down to the downside, okay? So this is where we gotta be patient and we gotta watch the play happen, okay? This was a clear bearish play. You can see how big and red and bearish it was, okay? But then these candles are a little skinny. They have wicks and tails and they have a small body. So they're neutral candles, okay? So we can see that this one is starting to get a little bit momentum. But what we want to do is we want to test this next Fibonacci level, 1.2621. Okay, so it's about 5 pips away. But if you want to start trading, you can also come into 1-minute candles to look at what your 1-minute candles are doing. Remember, so we're breaking it down. So 5 of these 1-minute candles consists of 1 5-minute candle. So you can kind of see here on the 1-minute candle came down, bounced off. The next one came down, bounced off. The third 1-minute candle didn't even come down here. So we're starting to move our way up on the 1-minute candles. That's giving us a good indication if we're starting to trade 5-minute candles that we could be going to the upside. And you can see those 5 individual 1-minute candles is this green 5-minute candle right here, okay? And then now we have a new 5-minute candle forming right here. So if you come to your 1 minutes, you can kind of see the action, okay? So the further we get away from this Fibonacci support level, then we're making our way to the upside to the next one,